What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Zeebs HQ finally back. Been on about a 2-month hiatus. Just been really busy, to be honest with you. So much going on in life between me and Max. Just so busy not being able to get together to record. Haven't really thought about doing anything, but I wanted to take this morning. I have a little bit of time, free time, and I wanted to get Zeebs HQ back on the market. Round 1 of the draft happened last night, so that's what I'm going to break down for you folks. The new Zeebs HQ style, just going to be straight like a podcast, right off the top. Not really any more editing, just straight raw emotion coming at you guys. So, with that being said, let's get right down to it. As I said last night, it was round 1 of the NFL draft. Let's break it down. First pick. Obviously, we've all known since about 2019, Trevor Lawrence was going to be the first pick of the draft this year. Jaguars take him. Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence. Love it. Great fit. I think it's a great coach for him to have start out with. Urban Meyer's lucky as hell. Comes into the NFL, and he gets Trevor Lawrence as his quarterback. But it was all kind of set up that way, you feel, with him taking the Jaguars job and them having number 1. No surprise at number 2, Zach Wilson. I think he's going to be a bust. That's just my opinion. Truthfully, for the Jets, I would have went Justin Fields there. I'm not really sure if he's going to be much better, but it is what it is. Next pick, Trey Lance, the 49ers. We'll see. The last quarterback come out of North Dakota State was Carson Wentz. We see how that started and then how it ended up, but he's on a new path in Indianapolis, so we'll see what happens to him. Not really sure what to think of Trey Lance, but I wish the best for him, and I'm pumped to see his journey. That's all I really got to say about that. Kyle Pitts, Florida tight end. That guy's a monster. Fits into that offense with Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones already. Matt Ryan, another beast of a guy that can just create separation in the defense, catch any pass you throw to him. That's going to be a really fun offense, as if they already weren't. They're just getting better if Julio stays. There's been so much going on in the NFL talk this week between Julio and I'll get into the other guy here in a little bit. I'm not going to go through all the picks, but the first couple picks were just crazy. It was just quarterbacks and receivers and tight ends, just the first 6 picks. Jamar Chase, LSU, to the Bengals, reunited with Joe Burrow. As a Steelers fan, I hate to see it happen with the Bengals because they're our division rival, one of them. But I love to see Jamar Chase getting back with Burrow. They had a ridiculous season in 2019. So good for Burrow to get a familiar face and a good friend of his with him. Jalen Waddle, then, from Alabama, goes to the Dolphins. I still think Devontae Smith was the best receiver in the draft. Maybe 2 behind Chase, but Waddle, another guy, reunited with Tua. We've had a lot of these in the first round last night. Chase and Burrow reunited. Waddle and Tua reunited. Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts played together for a year at Alabama. And then Travis Etienne back with Trevor Lawrence, which we'll get into that. So about the first 6 picks is how we thought it would kind of go. Nothing crazy. Certain that Alabama corner went to the Broncos. A lot of people were thinking that could have maybe been a Justin Fields or a Micah Parsons. Me in particular. But then there's rumors, about Aaron Rodgers maybe going to the Broncos. So they took a corner, and then the first mix-up of the draft. These next 2 picks were the most exciting time, basically, of the draft. The Cowboys were up at number 10. and they traded back to 12. The Eagles trade up from 12 to 10, and the Cowboys got the number 12 pick and a third-round pick from the Eagles in this year's draft for trading back too. Eagles jump up and finally get a star-stud receiver that they need desperately. The Heisman winner, Devontae Smith, amazing pick. Shout out to my boy Gabe, my boy Kurt, Mike, Dustin, all the Eagles fans that I know out there. I know they're pumped. I was pumped for the Eagles. That's a great pick. Devontae Smith, going to be really fun to watch him on Philadelphia the next couple years. And then, to me, the most shocking thing, to everybody, the most shocking thing in the draft, the Bears. The Bears. The Bears trade from 20th to number 11. Who did they even trade? Oh, the Giants. They trade up and draft Justin Fields. Whew! Did not see that one coming, folks. I don't know how that's going to work out. It's going to be very, very interesting. But I love it. I just love the Bears jumping up there and draft them. It gets all the fans hyped back into the organization. They're Chicago fans are just diehard fans in all four sports. If you're a Chicago fan, you're just a diehard of all four major sports teams in that city. But I feel like the Bears might be like just the cream of the crop, even though you know how the Bears have done. But all in all, brings a lot of excitement back to Chicago. A lot of pressure on Fields, though, because Chicago fans, I feel like they could be quick people to turn on a quarterback. But, hey, he's a rookie, so you got to give him some time, a couple years. They got Big Dick Nick still and Andy Dalton. Whatever. Good for Bears fans and Justin Fields. It's a rough city fans to go into, but best of luck to him. We'll see how that pans out. You know how I feel about Justin Fields, though. And then my guy, number 12 pick, Micah Parsons, baby, to the Dallas Cowboys. Just so fitting. Sean Lee retires. Parsons goes there, passing the torch from one Penn State great to another. Great fit for Parsons. Cowboys need more secondary help, but their linebackers are always hurt with Van Der Esch and then Lee retiring. And I forget the Jalen guy's name that he's going to be on the other side of. But, hey, I think it's a great fit. And Micah Parsons has best ever Penn State game and his last ever Penn State game in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in the Cotton Bowl against Memphis, where he was an absolute monster. So it's just fitting there. In his interview after he got drafted, he was saying how his mom is a longtime Cowboys fan his whole life growing up. So good for him and his family. Wish him nothing but the best. I'll be watching him every single Sunday as much as I can. And I'm excited to see him just become a stud. And I think he'll be a Pro Bowler multiple times. Really, really excited for his career. After that, the Jets traded up and drafted the lineman from USC. And then the Patriots. Bill Belichick gets his man, his new guy, Mac Jones, who I feel personally is the second best quarterback in the draft. Just my opinion. Perfect fit. He didn't fit better anywhere else, and no other quarterback fit better for New England than Mac Jones. That's all I got to say about that. Darian, you're going to have a good time watching him. I hope, and I hope it pans out for you guys, even though don't want the Patriots to go back to the Super Bowl. As long as Bill Belichick's there and now he has his new guy, it might be inevitable. So, excited to see how that plays out. Raiders, once again, draft a mid to late second, early third round guy in the mid first round. Alex Leatherwood, offensive tackle from Alabama, who's a good player. He's a good lineman. It's just a guy that you probably could have drafted with your second round pick. So we'll see how that pans out. Good luck to the Raiders on that. I'm obviously going to break down the Steelers pick next, but before Travis Etienne, Jaguars, Urban Meyer, to me, that was a genius move. Bringing in Trevor Lawrence as running back from his college career, and then you got you got them two together to just help build their confidence, get the nerves out. Two guys that are familiar, run in the backfield. Great pick. I couldn't even name you who the Jaguars running back was. I just feel like they need every type of position. Their defense is decent. Some young guys with Josh Allen leading. They need a breakout season from him as well. The linebacker from Kentucky. Ravens. Hate the Ravens, but Rashard Bateman and another Penn Stater. Two Penn Staters in the first round. Jason Owe. Both got picked up by the Ravens. Great picks. Owe, I feel like, is still just on the come up. The guy just started playing football in 11th grade. He only started 7 games at Penn State. Only had 60 total tackles, 5 sacks in 2019, none this year. So I feel like he's still he's not even at his peak yet. I feel like he didn't really even do too much at Penn State. He caused a lot of disruption in the backfield and stuff. Could just never almost seem to finish off a big sack or the big play almost. But great pick for them. Hopefully it turns out, well, I hate to say it because I love all Penn Staters, but I hate the Ravens, so I'm in a rough spot. I think Rashad Bateman's an absolute monster. Possibly my third, I'd probably say fourth favorite receiver behind the big three, Waddle, Smith, and Chase. But Bateman from Minnesota, Golden Gophers, monster. Just what the Ravens needed. Just what the Steelers didn't need them to get. So, all right, I'm going to break it down real quick. Steelers got Najee Harris. That's who I wanted. That's who I've wanted since the national championship game. I feel like I remember texting my buddy Corey saying, we need Najee Harris, or I wanted Mac Jones as well. But Najee Harris is an absolute stud of a guy. Stud running back, amazing person. He held his draft party at a homeless shelter that he used to live in, I think, in his younger days. That's just so awesome to see him just give back to that place. Held his draft party there, but long story short, in my opinion, he's the best running back in the NFL draft for the last 2 years, from the 2020 draft and 2021 draft. The Steelers have not had success with the running back since Le'Veon Bell. We had James Conner, Jalen Samuels, I can't talk, and a couple other guys that just haven't really done much, that were drafted later in the rounds. And yeah, the offensive line is a problem. But there is linemen all over the draft. Drafting one lineman with the first pick in the first round is not going to solve the line right away. You draft the number one running back in the draft at 24. He's still there at 24. You take him. That's your franchise running back for at least 3 to 5 years. At least, hopefully. That solves your running back problem. And we can have good backups behind him to help take the load off him. This guy's a stud. 1,400 yards this year with 26 touchdowns, 4 receiving touchdowns, 400-plus yards receiving, 43 catches. On the national championship Alabama team, he had over 2,000 yards. And, mind you, his receiver on that team won the Heisman. I mean, that also shows how good Alabama is and was. But with that type of caliber running back sitting there at your front door step, you have to take it. You have to take him there. You can get linemen in the second round and the third round picks. Free agency next year. First round pick next year, you go lineman or quarterback. The line's going to take 2 to 3 years to build. You're not going to build your offensive line with a first round pick and overnight and be like, all right, the line problem is solved. No. It just takes a while to build. So right here you get Najee Harris. Boom. Your running back issue is solved. No more taking these second or third or fourth round guys for the next 2 to 3 years and hoping that they can become your stud starting running back. That's just one less thing to worry about. Najee Harris is going to produce. He's a monster. I am so pumped. I can't remember the last time I've been this excited about a draft pick in the first round for the Steelers. Devin Bush was huge, but that's just a way different position. I'm so excited about this pick. I absolutely love it. I know a lot of people are either absolutely love it or you're hating it because you want a lineman, but just trust the process. If you're a Steelers fan, you know Their drafting always usually pans out for us. They know what they're doing. And like I said, a line isn't built with one pick. Yes, it can start the foundation, but we have some younger guys on there already. Dotson and Banner, hey, they might not be the best, but like I said, second round pick though, gotta go a lineman. I know that Tevin guy, I forget his last name right off the top, I'm pulling it up, from Oklahoma State that they really liked is still on the board. I thought, yeah, Tevin Jenkins, but I don't think he might last to us because we're like the 20-some pick in the second round. I could see him going probably top 5 picks to the second round. You got to go lineman, though. I think they have a third-round pick, too. Not maybe linebacker there they'll go. That could be a wild card pick there. But, yeah, that's all I got for the first round. I would like to do a second and third round breakdown tomorrow and post it on YouTube as well. I'm just glad to get Zeebs HQ back here. I'm going to start pumping out more videos weekly again for everybody. Regardless if you watch or not, I'm still going to be grinding away, and I hope you do and support me in any way possible. Like, share this video, let your friends know. Give some feedback. Let me know who your favorite picks were of the night, who you think some guys are going to go, where you think they're going to go. Just hit me up, interact if you want on. Let me know. We can figure it all out. Hope everyone has a great day, and as always, let's get after it.